Oh my God, what a win, what a performance. I'm buzzing. I mean, how can you not be? How can you not be delighted with what you saw today, what you saw in the first game against Palace, the second game against Leicester? Arsenal right now look like a really, really good side. And what an unbelievable turnaround from this time last year. It's the absolute opposite. The mirror image of starting a season unprepared, not enough signings, no confidence, no sort of like buzz in the fan base, no trust in the manager and the staff at the club. And you get off to an awful start, 3 defeats. And yeah, I know, obviously, we had to play Chelsea and Man City in those 3, and the opposition hasn't been up to those levels in this at the start of the season. But listen, for those it's only Bournemouth people, you can only play what's in front of you. And we played it perfectly. And we did that in the first 2 games as well. We've done really, really well. I wouldn't say perfectly in the first 2 games, but this one was a really, really good performance. For me, best performance of the season. Palace, the second half, they came back into the game way more than what we should have allowed them to. We weren't able to regain control. Leicester giving away sloppy goals, conceded 2. Today was just brilliant. Today was a really, really good performance. And in this league, in the Premier League, it doesn't matter where you go. When you're away from home, if you're winning 3-0, you're doing something very, very right. What did Ramsdale have to do today? Stick it in the comments below. What was the most difficult thing that he had to do all game? And you look at that compared to the way Arsenal tested Bournemouth's goal. It was relentless. All game, we were just creating chances, creating shots. And what I loved about the game today is that every single player on that pitch did their job really, really well, won their battles. It makes it so much easier when people are doing their jobs well. And obviously that job, when I talk about doing your own individual job well, winning your duels, winning your battles, yes, I get that it's easier against Bournemouth than it is going to be against Liverpool or Man City. But you don't play Liverpool and Man City every single week. Majority of your games are actually against teams who Arsenal can look at and say, we should be better than you. And if we play like this against those teams and manage to grind out results, then honestly, I'm looking forward to this season. And yes, we shouldn't get carried away. It's only 3 games in. We saw last season, we lost the first 3 games. It's not like we went and lost all the other games. We turned it around to an extent. And then it became a bit topsy-turvy. So just like this season, yeah, we've won 3 games. Doesn't mean we're going to go and win every game. There will be a bit of a topsy-turvy nature to this season as well, I'm sure. But it feels different, man. No one can deny that. It feels good. I feel confident when Arsenal walk out onto the pitch. I look at the men who are playing for our team, and I think to myself, do you know what? I trust you to play well. I trust you to do a good job. And it just has not felt this good for a long, long time. Someone on Twitter, the Suburban Gooner, he made a really, really good point during the game. And he mentioned with the Jesus disallowed goal that, usually that would be a point of massive frustration for us. But right now, it's a case of like, oh, that would have been nice. There was nothing riding on that. We're 3-0 up, away from home, just had a goal disallowed, and it doesn't matter. And what Arsenal is this? I'm not used to this at all. It's just, a massive, massive reflection on the progress that has been made. Usually we'd be like, at best, winning by 1 goal. And, the game's still up for grabs, and that goal would have given us a cushion. We're 3-0 up away from home. We've done so brilliantly. And listen, let's focus on some players now. Gabriel Jesus. Today is a really hard one to pick man of the match. So do me a favour, actually. Stick in the comments below right now as I'm talking about this, who your man of the match was. Because Saliba, brilliant. Gabriel Jesus, brilliant. Odegaard, brilliant. For me, they would be the main 3 contenders. And I'm really torn between Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus, but I think I'll give it to Gabriel Jesus. That's how I fall. And obviously Odegaard should have had an assist as well. So unlucky for that Gabriel Jesus goal to be disallowed for offside. But what a pass by Odegaard. Fantastic assist there, even though it's not an assist. And then his 2 goals as well. Took them really well. And you know what? He shut a lot of people up that were saying, oh, he's got the Ozil gene last game. You know, that was one moment in one game. The people that are saying that, do you not play football? Have you never ever gone out onto a pitch, played a bit of football, and made a bad decision in the game? And all of a sudden he was getting so much criticism for that. People saying, oh, he had a nightmare performance. Like, come on. Today, I think he proved that wrong. And if any Ozil gene was present in him, it was that creative slide rule, assist, eye for an assist sort of Ozil gene that he showed that he possesses today. I'm gutted that he didn't get an assist for that brilliant pass to Jesus when it got disallowed, because that would have capped his performance off. But he pulled the trigger today. He was brilliant. In fact, the goal that he did score, what I love about it is that he took that off Gabriel Jesus' feet. He took it off his toe. Jesus wanted that, and Odegaard knew, I'm in a better position, so I'll take that. And for me, that isn't someone that's shy of taking a shot. And especially to do that to Jesus, because you can imagine if you miss, people will be saying, oh, leave it to the striker. But Odegaard did the business today. So if you spoke loudly last week and gave him criticism for not shooting, for not putting the trigger inside the box, today give him his praise, give him his dues. He was brilliant today. And Jesus, who I actually started talking about, I mean, he's just another level. It feels like every single time Arsenal play, it's going to be hard to not give him man of the match, because he's just the best player on the park all the time. What he did for the first goal, I mean, how can you defend against him? I'm just in love with watching him play. He was so good today. Gutted that he didn't get a goal. He really deserved the goal for his performance today. And, you know, I said it in my last fan cam last week that I'm just excited to be a season ticket holder, because it means I get to watch him every single week, every time I go to the Arsenal. And, you know, listen, the away fans today were absolutely fantastic. The singing, it was an exhibition. Never mind footballing, in supporting as well. They were so brilliant out there in the Bournemouth sunshine, singing songs about everyone left, right and centre. And, you know, it felt like a home game, to the extent that even the players at the end of the game, they went, it felt like not just to go and applaud the fans, they went to watch them. You know, during the game, the fans were there to watch the players. After the final whistle, the players were there to watch the fans. They just stood there and just soaked it in. Saliba, I started off this video with his chant. He was there soaking it in. Come on, you can imagine he must be loving that. And the rest of the team, they were just standing there enjoying the smiles and faces. That's the best thing about Arsenal right now. It's all smiles. Mikel Arteta, well done. And long may this continue. There's no guarantees it will. It is early days, and I get that the season's going to have many twists and turns, but we have come a long way. And for all the naysayers who are saying, oh, it's only Bournemouth and it's very early, we know as fans, it feels very different, and we've come a long way. And as an Arsenal fan, it's the best it's been for a long time, and I absolutely love to see it. I cannot wait till the next time I'm doing this, because I just want the games to come thick and fast. Up the Arsenal.